This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. Today's reading is going to be for my air signs. Air signs, air signs, air signs for October 29th to the 31st. So that's its next 2 days. If my calculations are right, today should be the 28th. Alright, if you guys resonate with the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you guys want personal readings, go to jocelynlovely84@gmail. My email is in the description box below. I also, if you do want to donate, you can go to the description box and we have Cash App and PayPal. Okay? Alright guys, thank you so much. Today we're going to use the Anime Tarot, and I might mix it with the Starseed Oracle deck, depending on how I'm feeling, right? We're just getting to play right now, so let's see how this is all going to come out. Let's see. I'm going to draw on three cards from the Anime Tarot, and then we're going to do 3 from whatever deck I decide to go towards. And I'm getting, actually I'm getting the Black Moon Astrology cards, so I'm going to pull from those instead, okay? Alright, there you go. Got some cards out. Alright, you guys, I am going to timestamp everything. We're going to get started with Gemini. So this is for Gemini. Alright, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I think I'm gonna, there were 2 cards that fell to the side. I didn't pick them, but I might just go with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. Alright. Here we are, Gemini, timestamping for, hey, Dano, welcome. Hello, thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Pumpkin. Pumpkin, hey, Pumpkin. Hi, welcome, welcome, Nightingale. Welcome, everybody. All right, we're going to get started today. 304, 304 for Geminis, Geminis, Geminis. For the date of October 29th until the 31st, okay? Sí, güey, soy mexicana. ¿Cómo sabías, güey? ¿Se notaba en la cara? Okay. Alright, for you guys, again, I mixed it with the Black Moon Astrology card decks and then the Anime Tarot. I have beautiful energy. I was actually going to get started with the top row of the cards, but I'm going to get started with the bottom row of the cards. This is you. These are the cards that move to the side. See how like this person's sitting there thinking, thinking, thinking? They're not moving. They're not doing anything. It almost seems like something happens this week, or if it's already happened. It almost seems like it already happened, where you've just been sitting still, like reflecting, reflecting on what you want to do, how you're feeling. It's like you're really sitting there thinking. I don't even know if I want to call it strategizing. It could be, but it's more of like, I feel like someone's just in shock or just reflecting on like what happened recently. It almost seems like you need to reflect, or this is like a coping, the way you cope. You need to sit still and just think about things before you make any decisions. It almost seems like that's what this is what the thought is about. This is what you're thinking about. This is why you're just, it could be a strategy to just reflect on the whole process or everything that just happened, and then see where you want to take it from here on out. With the moon sword, almost seems to me it's like whatever this is, it's making you emotional. I feel like whatever this was, whatever the issue was, it made you feel, I feel like somebody was trying to make you feel, okay, I don't want to say that because we don't really want to know, we don't really know what someone's intention towards you was. What I want to say is I feel like you feel like somebody was trying to make you feel insecure. I think you feel that. It's what I'm getting from this card. Okay? Someone's feeling like they're misunderstood or they're not accepted in a certain situation that just because of a situation that transpired, or you've just been feeling that like that for a while now. You just feel like you don't belong. This person looks like they're in isolation. Do you see what I'm saying? It almost seems like you can't even like, it almost seems like this is a disguise or a mask that you wear or a front that you put up because you don't really feel safe enough to be the real you. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like this is where you've been at. This is what you've been doing because of that. It's like not feeling safe or not feeling like you belong makes you withdraw. It also makes you feel, I feel like because you don't belong or because you have feelings of not belonging, it's bringing up insecurities. Do you see what I'm saying here? Okay. All right, the next card I'm getting is Cancer, I feel. The only reason I'm saying this is because when you look under the card that was under that, what was this? It almost seems like you took this time reflecting so that you can get to this. It almost seems like you're validating your emotions, you're validating your existence. You have to, because no one else will. So when somebody in your outer circle, it could be your job, it could be a situation, right? It could be neighbors, it could be anything. If you're in a situation where you don't feel right, or you feel attacked, or you feel like you don't belong, or you feel like people are trying to cause issues with you or irritate you, it's again, this is where you know you're strong, right? This is where you resort to self because you know that at the end of the day, you're strong enough to validate your emotions. You're strong enough to validate your own existence, which is why you don't really need this group of people or this situation to validate you, your existence, your purpose, or whatever it is that defines you. You don't need anyone on the exterior to do that for you because you're focusing on making sure you do that for yourself. That's the difference between a follower and a leader. Sorry. You know, people say they give Geminis bad reps, but here's the thing about Geminis. Geminis are leaders. Geminis move and do as they please, and they don't ever have to apologize or make excuses for choosing themselves. This is why I like Geminis, because they will tell you, again, they love people. They do. They're very social, they're loving, they have friends, they're very committed when they want to be. But you cannot force a Gemini to do what it does not want to do. A Gemini will choose itself, himself, herself first over anyone else, and that's what I love about that sign. They are the true definition of independence. So are Aquarians, but this is about Gemini right now. Let's see what else. All right, that was a lot. That was a lot. Good morning, Montu. CCC, yes. Looking good, though. Let's see what you got. You tell me what I got. I'm gonna tell you what I got. Okay. Sorry, y'all. All right, let's see what's next. Queen of Swords. Yes, it's Aquarian energy, but it's also air. This is you at the top of your throne. It almost seems like sometimes, again, it almost seems like you feel like you get a bad rep here. It almost seems like you always have to try to... Here's the issue. Here's the issue. Gemini, this is a Queen of Swords, right? Boundaries is the #1 priority here for Geminis this season, right? Your boundaries are top notch, right? You don't let anyone pull the wool over your eyes. You don't let anyone disrespect you. You don't let people come and you know, push your boundaries, right? And I feel like sometimes because you don't allow people to do that, you get that bad rep, or you get talked about, or you get told in a way that is disrespectful, because I do believe that you are so secure with who you are, it causes an issue with others that are not as secure, that don't have strong boundaries, who expect you to give in to their will. And I feel like you sense that. You sense that people look at you like, you know, you're not approachable. But that's the thing. It is not your job to have to explain yourself to anybody else what you need to be doing. It is not your job to people please. It is not your job to entertain people when you don't want to. It is not your job to laugh and kiss butt. It is not your job to do any of that. If you need to be a villain in someone's story, you do that. You didn't ask to be. This is just what it was. And you're just like, okay, I'm still going to sit here and do me. This is what I love about you. This is what I love about you. Not everyone's going to understand you, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. I feel like this is a tactics. So here's where I'm coming from. If you feel like anyone is trying to make you feel like you're less than, let them have their opinion, but you can walk away. When you go home, you can cry about it, you can be upset about it, but again, I feel like the divine is saying you're amazing as you are. I feel like that's where maybe you're struggling this week, seeing your self-worth, because I think this week people are going to try to knock you down more than usual. But this is who you really are, the Queen of Cups. You're loving, you're amazing, but you're too big for your environment. Whatever environment you've been in, it's a little toxic. You don't belong here and you know it. It's like you need to have strong boundaries, because the place is not like it's not a hospitable environment. It's not an environment where you're going to thrive. It's a very selfish environment, or an environment where, again, it's not a good environment for you. You don't belong there, because look, you can't even be open. Your heart can't really be open. You can't be emotionally invested. It's not the place. You see that right here? You don't belong here. The cup's too small for you. It's barren lands. You can't do anything here. You're too big. Your heart's too big. You care. You're just too. It's not for you. So I feel like you see that. So you're going to try to look for places where you feel you deserve more respect, or places where you feel like you belong. I feel like it's what you want this week, and it's going to become very apparent. You've just had enough. So you're going to be on your way to either looking for something that's more of a fit with who you are and your beliefs. And you want to be around people who respect your boundaries. You want to be around people who respect your boundaries and don't take your boundaries personal. Like a personal attack is what I'm saying. Okay. Six of Cups. I feel like you're looking for places where you can be emotionally invested, but I'm getting it's a balance, because you got these two cards. They're on the opposite ends. They're like this, right? What's right in the middle is the Six of Cups, which is this. You need to have both to thrive, but I feel like whatever environment this is, only this version of you is coming out. It's going to be very hard for you to bring this out, but you're trying your best. You're trying your best to have both of these versions of you out. It's just, it's not a good, it's a difficult week for you. You're going to, if you feel more insecure than usual, which we all have insecurities, by the way, but if you feel more insecure, you feel like misunderstood more than usual, it's just what it is. It's what it is for you this week. Let's see what else. I feel like you're going to bounce back very well, though. I feel like you can go home and just reflect and then cry, but I feel like you're going to feel better. Way better later on. Because, again, I feel like it doesn't stop you from just moving forward. It doesn't stop you from seeing the bigger picture. Like, you have to ask yourself why you're putting up with certain environments, right? Why are you? And I feel like you have a good head on your shoulders enough to know that you have a plan, which is why you put up with what you put up for as long as you do. So again, I feel like it's not. I feel like you're gonna have a good week. Things that used to get to you aren't gonna get to you as much. Okay, so that's good. This is also in the darkness. There's lack of clarity here. Again, lack of clarity. And there's also things that are hidden from you. But I feel like this is the week where you're going to sit still and call on to your intuition. You're going to rely heavily on your intuition this week to help you navigate through certain situations or problems. Usually you rely on your mind, Gemini, which is smart. You're very smart, right? You rely on your mind. But this week, it almost seems like things are going to look confusing to you when it comes to the realm of the mind, which I feel like the only reason you're going to have confusion in the realm of the mind is because you're having doubts. So this is where your intuition has to be heavily relied upon this week to help you move forward. And I feel like it's the perfect balance. I'm telling you, it's the perfect balance. You're just so well-rounded, and I feel like it's going to work out for you. But yeah, if you feel intuitively that something's not right, it's going to be shown to you later on. But this week, you'll know. You're going to be led, intuitively guided, and it's going to make sense down the line. And then you're going to know how to strategize from there on. But it's smart for you to just listen to your intuition, because your mind's not, it's not, because of the doubts, you're working through something. Let the intuition guide you, and then whenever everything's revealed, right? Because with the moon, it's things that are hidden. Once you're not doubting yourself anymore, and you're crystal clear about your self-esteem, yourself, your passions, your life, that's when like everything becomes clear again. And then once that happens, that's when you can strategize again. Okay, all right, let's see what else. 12th house, spirituality. Yeah, it almost seems like this week also someone's going to, I feel like you should meditate or go in nature. You're going to need it more than usual, because I feel like there's something happening. There's a spiritual shift happening for you this week with 12th house. It's like there's a part of you that wants to ascend. I feel like there's a part of you that wants better for yourself. And so you're going to be intuitively guided to do that as well. So if you've been guided to move on from somewhere, or take certain steps in the physical to get yourself out of a situation, right? An emotional situation, you can do that as well. Okay? It's a good week to do that. But if you don't feel like you're ready, that's okay. Take your time, but you've got this. Let's see what else. I feel like you're preparing yourself to take steps. You're preparing yourself to take steps, but this might just be the week to stay a little bit, instead of an action mode, stay in meditation. Because I feel like you need to become crystal clear with what it is that you want. Once you're 100% sure with what it is that you want, then everything clears up. Sometimes that happens. Things become very unclear because you need to figure it out. So, again, this is the week to do that. Sit still. Or I feel like when you sit still, you get the right you channel in messages better, and you know that. But I feel like maybe it might just be fear. I don't know what it is. Something's stopping you from taking action this week. It's you though. I feel like you're stopping yourself from taking action just because you want to make sure, be crystal clear here. And then once you do, it's like, once you're crystal clear, like I said, then you can move on. I don't think, I feel like I don't want to call it a delay. I feel like you know that though. I feel like you're working through some things, which is why you're taking your time, which is why there's no need for you to hurry. I like this for you. I like this pace. If you need to slow down, slow down. Okay, let's see what else. Hey, White Runs, welcome. Okay. The next card is Aquarius. I know. Literally, it says Aquarius. I know. It's a lot of air energy. But you know what's funny about all these air cards? They're not moving. Air is action. It's the realm of the mind, but it's masculine energy, which will be more prone to taking action after it strategizes. You're not doing that. You're just sitting still. This person's sitting. The Queen of Swords is sitting. The Queen of Cups is sitting. You're sitting still, waiting for the right moment, which is why this is what I'm saying. Like, you know this process too well. You know this process very well. Good for you. I feel like things have become easier for you because you're more in tune with your guides. See how the guide is right next to you? You're literally synced. The energy's here, but it's going all the way down here. You're synced with your guides. You know, I don't need to tell you anything. You're the type of sign this week where I don't even need to tell you anything. You know what you're doing. You know what you're struggling with. This is going to take some time, and you respect that. Here's what I like about it. You respect when delays come in. You understand that it's for a reason. You respect when things don't work out in your favor. You respect when, again, if things are different, you're learning to just sit still and go with it. You're going with the flow, which is what's making you more intuitive. It's making you stronger. It's making you strategize better. It's just a good week for you for that reason. So if you've had hard times before, difficult times before, where you've struggled and you felt really lost, it would really get to you. It's getting to you now, but the difference is you have more faith. You're more reliant on understanding that there's a bigger purpose, or there's seasons where you need to move, and then there's seasons where you need to rest and be. And I feel like you're respecting that this is not the time to move. You're not forcing it anymore. Whereas in before, you could have forced it. You could have forced your way trying to get through to things. But now, not now. Okay. That was for Gemini. Exactly. See what I'm saying? Look. You understand that your guides told you to sit still. You go from this, you're waiting patiently, because eventually the time will come where you're going to have to take action. But again, you see the difference between this energy, tranquility, peace of mind, balance, to this energy. This is all wand energy, moving forward, taking action, but not at the moment. Not yet. Not yet. It will soon, though. You will be able to move soon. You just, this week, sit still for a second. It might even be the whole month. Okay, Scorpio season really, this is the thing about Scorpio. The reason why it's going from 8 to 9 to 10, right? It's like, this is the time to go deep within, face our insecurities, heal from them, become self-accepting, and then move on. That's when we learn not to take things personal. That's when we learn to, just work with a more balanced version of ourselves. And then we start to, we start to ease our way into Sagittarius, which is, again, action. All about action after that. Okay? All right, that was for my Geminis. I wanted to say Cancer. I'm sorry. Geminis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, Geminis. For you guys, I'm going to use the Black Moon Astrology cards. And let's see what else I want to use. We'll see what else I want to use. That's a lot. This is cool. I like this. All right, let me timestamp it. This is a really interesting reading already. I like this. Libra, 2447, 2447. For you guys, I'm getting, you're looking at something here. You're looking at something that, it could have been something that just went, give me one second. This is Venus, right? I feel like something came in or something left. It almost seems like you're saying goodbye to something that went right past you. Like I didn't go right past you. It just like went this way. Something went in a different direction from you. Something went another way. The only reason I'm saying that is because look, you get the sun sign, sun spirit, and that's a whole different person that chose a different life path or chose a different direction. Someone chose a different direction. Because it's the same, this is the same as this sun. This is you watching someone go off into the sunset. Literally off into the sunset. You're watching somebody, it almost seems like somebody parted ways with you. Or, yeah, it's like you're watching somebody go. And you gotta say goodbye. If that isn't the case, then you're the one that went the wrong, not the wrong way. You went your separate way, and somebody else is like, by the time they turned around to see where you went, you were gone. It almost reminds me of like when you guys go Christmas shopping with like people, and then you guys all get distracted at the mall, and then one goes this way and the other one goes that way, and then you turn around to see where the person's gonna, if the person's coming with you, only to find out they left. Yeah, it reminds me of that. Somebody went on a whole different path, a whole different journey, and I feel like it's going to be a long time before you guys reunite again. If this happened way, way, way in the past, this is just a reminder of it. But I feel like this is recent. Somebody, you just turned around and somebody just walked away. I just think it was meant to be. This really gives me, it was just how it was meant to be. Let's see what else. I'm feeling that you're a Gemini moon. Gemini rising. Yeah, I definitely understand that one. You just missed the reading, Joe. You missed the Gemini reading. Now you're going to have to go back. Anyways, what's next? I'll timestamp everything so that you can look it over when we're done with the live, okay? All right. Lunar eclipse. But welcome, welcome. Okay, so again, I don't know. Again, remember I told you I don't know if it was you that walked away. I don't want to say walked away. I just think life came in the way. Got in the way. We all have different paths. And I feel like this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just think one of you, if this is you that walked away and decided to do your own thing, and this is the person that's watching you walk away, I'm getting that like somehow someone realized that you guys are completely different, or the life that you guys chose at the time was going to yield different results. I don't think neither of you knew that. Maybe one of you knew. Maybe you knew that if you went down a specific path, it would yield certain results. You would change a lot, versus the other person who went down their path, or maybe they just got distracted. I'm getting that they didn't know, right? Maybe they weren't as awake or as aware at the time, but it almost seems like time's caught up with them. They realize that if they don't do the work now, it's only going to get worse for them, because I feel like they're looking at your life. They're looking at you and what you've created within your own life. They're looking at you and like how much more emotionally intelligent, or even just intelligent, you've become because of the clearing. How much more confidence you have because of the healing. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like this person sees that, and they realize that if they don't change their ways, or if they don't, you know, do the next best thing or next right thing, they're going to be left behind 100%. So I feel like this person is faced with a choice. Are they going to remain the same, or are they going to change? And I feel like some of them are really trying. They're really trying to catch up with you. They're really trying to do the right thing. They're really trying to grow, because I feel like there's this fear of getting left behind. This could be like a parent. This could be one of your a friend, a family member, significant other. Somebody's afraid to be left behind. I'm also getting, yeah. Let's see what else. Let me get another card. Yeah. Second house, owning, right? This is the card that reminds me of responsibility. Someone has to become a little bit more responsible in certain areas, and they know that. I feel like this is a season to be accountable. I feel like you told this person before about like being accountable to your life path or doing the next right thing, and I feel like it might have fallen on deaf ears, but I feel like this time this person's really getting it. They have to, because they realize that if they don't, it's only going to get worse, like I said. Yeah. Heads or tails, you have a choice here. What choice are you going to make? One of you guys have a choice here. Feel like it's the person that decided not to do any work, the one that took shortcuts, or I'm not saying this person didn't do anything. I'm just saying this person didn't, they didn't work as hard as you did. So I'm getting that like they didn't prioritize, or they took, I don't want to say they took shortcuts, but I just think they didn't work as hard as you did, and therefore they're not going to yield the same results, or they're going to be left behind. Remember, time waits for no one, right? And we've learned throughout the years that if you love yourself, you choose you and the path that God set for you before anyone or anything else. There will be delays if you don't do that, and it's free will, but I feel like you know that this is the path for you, and you got to keep going down your path. And I think you've told this person, or maybe you showed this person through action, that if they don't get it together, you are going to have to move on, and you're not going to look back. You're not going to look twice. Whereas in this person might have. Let's see what else. Capricorn. I feel like somebody's seeing something clearly now. This person's seeing something. I don't know. There's fear. It's almost as if somebody's awakening, or you've been such a good influence on somebody, they're waking up. If somebody's been a good influence on you, you're waking up. They push you. Every time they hang around you, or you hang around them, they become more enlightened. Like you're a good influence on them. And I feel like they're emitting that to you, or you're emitting that to them. There's something very beautiful about this energy. Time. 10th house, the world. Yeah, I feel like somebody knows that they're running out of time, or they're behind. They have to let certain things go in order for them to move with you, or so that they don't get left behind, or that they don't keep suffering. I'm getting somebody's just tired of doing the same thing, and it's just getting them nowhere. So they know they have to change. Was that for Libra? Libra, right? I did timestamp Libra. Please tell me I timestamp for Libra. I did. Okay. I'm going to use a different deck. I got bored of this one already. I'm feeling that you're a Gemini moon. Gemini. Okay. Did someone give someone an ultimatum? Yeah, they know they're happier around you. They know you've been such a good influence on them. They don't want to be left behind. They know where they're happiest. And that's when they're around you, hanging out with you. This person really benefits from you. Like you work wonders with them. And so I feel like they're trying their best to keep up. Because they see that you're very well put together. You have a lot of wisdom in this particular area. So I feel like you're helping them, and they just enjoy it. I don't know. They're the best version of themselves when they're around you. I feel like this is a best friend of yours, a sibling, or a significant other. Yeah. Yeah, they want to keep holding on to a relationship with you, friendship with you, because they know that, like, it's going to be rare. I don't know. I feel like they've changed because of you, or you've changed because of them, and you're grateful. You've helped them smile again. You're helping them find happiness, or they helped you find clarity, peace and clarity, and just happier days. I feel like you help instill confidence in them, or vice versa, or even you both do that for each other. So it's a contract. It's a contract. Good for you. I think you did the right thing. I feel like you believe in people, and you always want people to succeed and win, but I feel like you will not do it at the expense of self. So I feel like if you need to walk away or do your own thing, you've taught people, like, you can, it almost seems like you've let people know, like, hey, they can be around you, but like they cannot take advantage, or they cannot, like, I don't know, it's almost as if they have to also prioritize their life and do the right thing in order, or like live a life of, like, a very healthy life, or else that you have to leave them behind, or vice versa. They told you they're gonna have to leave you behind. Yeah. Either way, this is a no nonsense thing. Look at this person's like, yeah, no nonsense here. It almost seems like you got things to do, or they know they have things to do. Let's see what else. I feel like one of you guys got tired. You got tired of, like, waiting for people. You got tired of, like, trying to be a helper and guiding everyone. It was like, it almost seemed like it was to the point where you were sacrificing too much of like your own energy to help everyone, and I felt like it was getting you nowhere. You had to learn to be a little more selfish, Libra, which is the balance. You had to learn to be a little bit more selfish to get you moving. You had to do that in order to, it's like teaching self-love and self-respect. It was teaching you that. This season you were learning self-love, self-respect. And I feel like because you learned that, people respect you and they don't mess around with you. They won't. They just can't, because you're not willing to put up with disrespect anymore, or you have boundaries. And I'm getting that, like, again, you always want to help people, but it's not at the expense of you. It's not at your expense, sorry. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, I feel like you went a lot of nights. I feel like you've been alone, where you understand that this journey you have to be alone sometimes. Something about being alone in this journey. It's what made you stronger, or made you realize you don't need to depend on anyone or anything. You're rock solid. There's enough faith. 9th house, 3-3. Faith led you down where you need to be, and you're kind of grateful for that. Because again, it made you stronger. It didn't make it easy. The journey wasn't easier. It was harder. And yet you took on the challenge. You didn't quit. I mean, you could have for a second, but you ultimately decided to become stronger in order to match that. Match your calling. Okay? Your calling was never, I don't think it was ever meant to be easy, but I feel like if people's callings are difficult, which they are, you can either quit or you can adapt and face it, right? Become strong enough to face it. And I feel like you just did. And not everybody gets that. I feel like people want to use excuses and say, well, you know, but at the end of the day, you either got it or you don't. And you do. You got it. All right. That was for my Libras. We're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, it's going to be 41, 41. Aquarius, 41, 41. Okay. I'm going to use I am going to use the Black Moon Astrology cards for you guys. Yeah, let's use both. I don't want to open any other decks. I like this. I have first house, Jupiter return, and then Aquarius. I feel like you have a really good balance this season. I feel like you're going to feel very lucky this season. You feel lucky, which in turn makes you more lucky, which is funny because these are beautiful cards. This is a beautiful energy. I don't even need to draw any more cards. I only got 3 out, but it's perfect. It's like the perfect blend. You found like the perfect solution, or you're doing things the right way. I'm getting like this is you knowing you're sitting still and you're just like in peace. This is my card of peace. Not overdoing it. You know when to just sit still and be grateful. This is my card of peace, gratitude. Then I have my card of socializing, having fun, knowing when to just laugh and be yourself and be funny, right? And then you have this other version of you that's like, you know when to get things done. You show up and you're happy and you're abundant and you do things, right? It's like every area in your life is it's meaningful. There's fulfillment, like 90% of the time. I'm getting for you guys, yeah, I feel like because of everything that you went through, you've become more confident, and so you show up. I feel like people look at you and they just kind of like wish to figure out how you did it. You just seem so self-assured, but very magical, very beautiful, very magical. Your energy is glowing. It's like you're just perfectly fit. You take care of yourself. You prioritize what matters. You're disciplined. But I'm getting you also when you want to come out and be playful, people accept that energy because it's like, I don't know, I feel like you spend a lot of downtime healing and on your own, but then when it's time to be social, you put yourself out there and people receive you very well. It's like you're very, 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 what is that word? Every area of your life is it's perfectly balanced. It's perfectly balanced is what I'm saying. This season it's going to become very apparent, not just to you, but to it's already apparent to everyone else around you. It's what's funny. I think that this is what you were missing though. Like everyone else knew how like well off you're doing, how successful you're becoming. You're the last one to find out, which is what's funny. I think because you were just so focused on learning, working, becoming, that it was like by the time you looked up and you stepped outside, it's like, whoa, you became a whole different person. And it's like now is when you get to see it. Now is when you see it for yourself and you're like, wow, you're surprised. Maybe you just didn't have time to look at yourself in that way before. Maybe you didn't have, it's like you couldn't see. I don't know why you couldn't see, but you can see now. Right in the nick of time. It's like when else were you supposed to see how well-rounded you were? Like, I don't get it. When else were you supposed to see it? I don't know. You could have seen it. Maybe you couldn't. I don't know. I feel like the whole point though is that you've always been that way. I just think it's with age or with time, you're getting there. Or maybe you're just at a point in your life where your every area of your life is going so well. Now you can take a step back and look and see how far you've come. Yeah, look, you look forward to life. There's a young spirit about you. There's something very young and beautiful about your energy. You like adventure, or you look forward to life and all life has to offer, even the problems. Like, they're not so bad, or I just feel like you're just so optimistic, or yeah, you feel taken care of this season. You feel loved, you feel energized, you feel like the sun. This reminds me of the first house. Like, you're just so abundant and it's so clear to you now. Why is it clear to you now? I don't know. Like I said, I think it's because it's in every area now. If there's one area where you're still working at it, you're like, wow, this is still pretty amazing though. Because maybe a couple of years ago, you didn't have anything. You didn't have any of it. Maybe you probably had one area in your life where you were doing okay. And I feel like it only took like 2 years of hard work or a year of hard work and you're in a whole different place. You're happy, you're confident, you're different. And everyone sees it. I'm getting whoever you are very fit. You're very athletic, or you're focusing on your health, the body, the mind, the spirit, on a healthier version of you in those areas. But this person has like gym suits, or they work out. They work out. These people are very athletic. They like to be out in nature. They like to socialize. They like to go on adventures. But I'm also getting the social butterfly, because you see butterflies outside of here. Yeah, you're having fun. You're having the time of your life this season, and I feel like it doesn't get any better than this. Good for you. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Like, literally, I'm happy for you. Yeah, I like this energy. Who doesn't have a good adventure? People who are struggling. There's people, you know how you have your seasons when you're doing really good, and then you have seasons where everything's just, it's not the time. Like, everything's just gone wrong, or things go wrong in life. Like, I think it's the seasons, right? Like, we all have our seasons. But I feel like this season, it's like it's everything's in your favor. You're happy. You're grateful. And there in turn, it's going to bring in even more results, more success. It's going to inspire you to go and live life in an even more meaningful way. Okay. Okay. 3 of Swords. Yeah. This is the guide card. The only reason I'm saying this is because your guide came out earlier here. And then the guides coming out of here. It has the angel wings. It reminds me of your guides because you don't know who they are. Or maybe you do. I don't know. They're just not easy to see. They're not easily seen. Like the other dimensions aren't as easily seen for everyone. Maybe for you, but not for everyone, right? So everyone else, like, you know, people, they're just not as in tune with their psychic abilities. All right. So it almost seems to me like they're there. It almost seems like they're celebrating, or they're like, almost seems like they want to tell you that they're there. They're going to keep working with you. They're going to keep fighting with you. They're going to keep protecting you. They're going to keep doing what they do best to bring in certain things that you've always wanted, or to even show you or surprise you with things that you may have wanted in your heart but didn't know. You may not have even known or tapped into that energy yet. And then this year, or this year coming up, I'm getting like you're going to be surprised. You're going to be very surprised with like what life brings into you. What life is like. Things are going to come in for you that, again, you might not have expected. Because they're different, they're new. It could be people, it could be situations. It's just they're different. And so I feel like your guides want to show you that they're in full support of you, but you already know that. But they're going to keep doing what they do best, which is take care of everything on their end, making sure that you're aligned and we're right on time. Something about being right on time to bring certain things in that you've wanted. They're going to come in. This is a Three of Swords, but it almost seems like if there's anything in your way that's like, again, there's always delays. There's always stuff that are going to get in the way. But I feel like if there's anything that you're still, you know, dealing with or holding on to, your guys are going to fight with you every step of the way. And I mean that in a cute way, right? Like they're going to be there every step of the way with you while you push to, you know, all of these things that are, you can call them delays. You can call them just life circumstances. They're here to like knock down all of these barriers, obstacles, whatever. They're here with you with that. Let's see what else. Abandoned buildings are fun to explore. You did not. Amy! She did not. Abandoned buildings are fun to explore. I get you. You know what? I like that. They are. I like to explore like yeah, abandoned buildings, places that say don't no trespassing. Those are fun. Or like just even like I don't know, weird places, right? It's really fun. I do agree. Facts. 8th house, endings and beginnings. Yeah, this season's gonna be fun. I feel like you're already happy. But it's like it's only gonna get better is what I'm getting. I feel like you went through a couple of years where you weren't okay. So I feel like this is your time to like flourish or be happy or just live your best life. This is the time. It's now. And I'm getting like I'm getting alchemy. You're really enlightened. Like every time you go through a spiritual awakening or like death and rebirth through the body, right? Spiritual awakening. It's like I don't know, there's something here about gold. Right? Alchemy, solidifying, history, making history. You are a part of history. Because you can't relive this again. You cannot really relive this particular timeline. I don't think you can. I could be wrong. But I feel like once it's past, then it's like we all, you know, we create life and then it becomes history, right? But I feel like it's going to go down as like one of the most successful years or just decade or lifetimes. I feel like this is one of the most successful lifetimes you've ever had. You've had a lot of good ones, but I feel like this is going to go down as a very successful one because, again, I feel like the level of happiness that you achieve in this lifetime is what is worth it. It's like it's what encourages souls to keep coming back here. And I feel like you're going to be so happy and abundant by the end of your lifetime that I feel like you're going to want to do it again. I don't know. It's like you get the game. You get, when it comes to living life on earth, you get it. You get it. It's easier every time. Then you wonder why you come into this world and you're just so much better at things than others. Just feel like you've had so much experience in this lifetime, in lifetimes, like in incarnate, that maybe, yeah, you're just so much more experienced. Which is why you're easily able to get things right away, or like you just don't give up, right? Which is why you win. And then the experience, it's like if you know you can experience something even better or even at a deeper level than you did in the lifetimes past, you're gonna want to do it again, or push for that, to experience, to have that experience. Look, I'm getting Pluto transformation and with Scorpionic energy, which is 8th house. This is you. This reminds me of like, I don't know, man. This is like legendary. I'm getting you understand this so well. Yeah, you change. You just change the game. You spiritually evolve so many times at this point, but it's like it never ceases to like you can overcome it. And then you're happy again. Which is what makes it worth it. I already said that though. But yeah, this is what I'm getting for you. Getting you just that's why you're so awakened, or that's why your soul's really bright. Like, you know you're bright. You know it, but it's like, I don't know. It's crazy to believe you can even ascend even more to higher, lighter frequencies, but you can, and you're doing it. I feel like you're tired, and you could be tired, but it's like you still keep going. It's like a never-ending thing for you here. I would feel like you just always want to learn. I don't know. Like, you're never going to stop. You're never going to stop the transformation process, which is why Scorpio is a great energy for you, Aquarius. Scorpio season is going to be great for you. You look forward to it. Yeah. You just beat the odds. You're the winner. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Oh, no. Did you guys got any of that? The history too, and yes, Portland, UK has loads of places. That's pretty cool. Never been to Portland. I heard somebody told me about Portland again earlier this month, and I was like, would I go? I probably would go visit, yeah. All right. Anyways, I think that's it. Hopefully you guys got that last bit of the reading. I don't know if it went through or not, because I got a missed call. Anyways, all right, I think that's it for Aquarius. I might have went, yeah, let's see how long this reading was. Probably like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah, it's been like 20 minutes. All right, so that's it. Thank you. This was the air signs reading. I think tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to do the earth sign reading, which I know someone requested it, but again, I wanted to do earth signs, but I was being called to do air signs, okay? All right, guys. Does anybody have any questions, comments? Let me know. Drop them down in the chat. All right, I think I'm going to let you guys go if you guys don't have any other questions. All right, guys. I love you. I will see you there tomorrow or Thursday. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.